So hello my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I am a Dragon Witch. I do a lot of rituals here in this forest where nature is untamed and wild, and I believe that dragons are very close to nature and to all the four elements. Not only to fire, what people believe, that is a fairy tale. What dragons are really close to is nature in itself. And I'm the closest, I feel very home wherever nature is, wherever the forests are. And here I do a lot of rituals, and that is where I want to talk to you about. Because, rituals, dragon rituals. Whatever happens whenever you do a ritual. Of course, a ritual for the dragon cannot be taught. How do you do this? You have to express your own feelings to the dragon. And how do you do that? Just by expressing your feelings, of course. That is what I do here all the time. And in the beginning I was skeptical. I didn't believe that this was going to work, just expressing my own feelings. But there was something much more that I didn't understand from these rituals. Like I said, I also learn every single day. I learn all the time on the Dragon's Path. Like I said, I am not the one that knows it all. In fact, I know so little about it. And that is what makes our path so interesting. That we still are learning every single day from ourselves, from the dragons, from nature, from what we can actually do. And that is what I want to talk to you about. In the beginning, I didn't understand what was actually going on. I was expressing my own feelings to the dragon. Eventually, I came to understand that I did rituals without even knowing it. Rituals for the dragon. But I did rituals that no one else said how I should do it. Well, one of these rituals, for example, was with the dragon's eye. I didn't even know what the dragon's eye was or what it's going to do. The dragon's eye is actually a symbol of the connection that you have with the dragon. But my mentor said that I had to use it. But I felt it before. I felt it very much before. And if I can go into details to this ritual, my brothers and sisters, actually it's very personal. A very personal ritual that I wanted to express my love and feelings for the dragon, and that is what I recommend to you. Express everything. Don't leave anything behind for the dragon. Because in this ritual that I said with the dragon's eye, it was very effective, very much. But it was much more effective than I thought. I didn't know what was going on. Eventually, basically, every single ritual that you do for the dragon, and that is sincere ritual for the dragon, you change much more and awaken much more inside into the dragon energies. You are born with a dragon energy, but it's asleep whenever you are born. The more that you get older, the more that it might awaken. But you are so much in this world. You are actually much more affected by humans on this world, that you actually leave your dragon spirit to sleep. And that is sometimes what happens. Sometimes your dragon comes with you, touches you, awakens you, and that is like a hammer on the head. That is so intense that you can say that, in fact, that whenever you are accepting your dragon, you are completely living a different life. And whenever you do a ritual, you change much more into a dragon. Every single time you change much more into a dragon. And also it depends on what your relationship is with your dragon. It basically can be everything. And how your dragon will react to you, to your own spirit. Sometimes you might feel uncomfortable with what your dragon is doing. In fact, dragons, a lot of them, are here because they are your lover. And sometimes they want to awaken you and to have your memories back how it was, but also the feelings. And that is why I say it's so personal. The ritual that I did actually reminded me of when I was 6 years old. I felt things that a 6-year-old shouldn't feel. But it was all awakened because I love the dragon so much. Children, all of them love the dragon. They don't have to force children like they have to force themselves, the children in religion. Like, you have to love this god or else you go to hell. That is not what dragons are. Dragons are naturally loved by children. And that is also what I had. I had a natural love for my dragon. No one had to say you have to. No, it comes naturally. But I had feelings, and actually memories of feelings that a 6-year-old shouldn't have. And that was especially like a sexual feeling that I had. And that, like I said, very personal. I'm not going into details, but I shouldn't feel that as a 6-year-old. But I felt it anyway. And that is also, you know, whenever you do rituals, it doesn't matter what kind of rituals that you do, but whenever you do it out of the heart and desire for your dragon, whenever you do it out of heart, desire, and friendship, everything that you feel for the dragon, whenever you express this, your own spirit that was asleep when you were actually born, this spirit gets much more and more awakened, and more that it has the chance to be touched by the dragon by your side. And the more and more you get awakened on your dragon's path. And also, it depends very much on what your dragon's path is and how your dragon reacts to you. Oh my goddess. Your dragons can be fierce directly and just hitting you on the head with it. Just awaken. But sometimes it's difficult. It's very much difficult to remember and to awaken yourself in. I mean, I was dedicated to my path. Once the dragon came, I was very much dedicated. And because I wanted to know more about this. And what is this feeling? And that is something that I didn't want to accept. This feeling inside of myself was much more awakened. Like a second version of myself was emerging. And it was so special that in this ritual made me feel what I felt as a 6-year-old. But now as an adult, and it made me remember everything. Oh my goddess. This in itself was the most intense dragon magic that you can have. If the dragon does something like that, let them do it. Let them do it. I mean, whatever the dragon is playing with you, just lay yourself flat on the floor and just let them have their way with you. Then you will much more understand what your relationship with your dragon is, because they want to judge your dragon spirit, your dragon soul. And that is what they have to awaken. If you want it, if you desire it, if you are not like me that in the beginning of my path I rejected my dragon because of what people might say to me. But that is not the way, of course. Dragons will not take no for an answer. Dragons are not stubborn. That is what some people say on the dragon's path, but they are not stubborn. They are fierce and they know what they want. They know what they desire, and sometimes whenever they desire you, and they want to let you know this, that they desire you. And they are what actually in religion they do, like children, like you have to believe, and that is what your dragon actually is doing. Like you have to wake up, you have to remember, you have to wake. That is what sometimes dragons do, and sometimes they go very personal. But they are allowed, of course, to do very personal things, because your soul is actually the one that desires for that. And that is why I say, express your desires for the dragon. Express your feelings for them. Every single time when you do this with a heart and sincerity, then you will, something will happen. I assure you, something will happen. Not only that the dragon can touch you, but every single ritual that you do out of love and really out of the heart, every single time, it's a dragon transformation that you do this. That you transform into a dragon, into your soul every single time. And that is what I felt so strange, especially then. I felt so strange, and my dragon was there so intensely, so like the dragon was there so much. I gave every energy to him. And because of that feeling that I said when I was 6 years old that I shouldn't feel, now I feel it again with the dragon by my side, and it was amazing. I'm not going into detail, like I said. That is also the reason why I am not a desire to have a relationship here on Earth. I don't care about humans. I don't care about them. I only cared about my dragon, and I have a deep, very deep relationship with my dragon. And every single time I do a ritual, it's with love and desire. It's not empty words. In religion, for example, all the time they chant and they have empty words all the time. And that is not what you have here. No, you don't have to say what other people say. Say it out of the heart. What do you feel when your dragon is close? Say it with sincerity. Say it that you mean it. Really mean it. It's not that you can use the dragon. No, you have to Unlock it with your own key, and your key is your desire, your love for the dragon. And that is what I recommend to you, my brothers and sisters. Awaken, change into a dragon. And how to do it? To do a sincere ritual for the dragon. But like I said, sincere love, desire, you will see what your relationship is with your dragon. And everything that you do actually on the dragon's path should be unforced. That you don't force yourself in. Never force yourself. Don't be like these religious people. Don't just chant with empty words. Whenever you are saying something to the dragon, say it with the heart, with a dragon's heart. Because every single time when you do a ritual, it's a transformation. A transformation into not just a dragon, but the dragon that you really are. And sometimes I was just like, what is happening? And sometimes it's like so intense. It's so intense when you do it correctly. So my brothers and sisters, that is what I recommend to you. Whenever you do a ritual, transform into a dragon.